Well, thank you for watching our podcast again this week. This is a chance to give you an update on what we've been trying to do. I've spent a lot of the week on hearings in the Energy and Natural Resources Committee that I chair. First, on Tuesday, we had a hearing, or really a briefing, on the nuclear crisis that is going on in Japan at the Fukushima Daiichi plant. We heard from people in responsible positions in our Department of Energy and also the Nuclear Regulatory Commission here, as well as representatives of industry and the Union of Concerned Scientists out of Boston. And all of them talked about the additional safety provisions that they think we need to look at to ensure that the 104 nuclear power plants that we have in our own country are not subject to the same kinds of difficulties that they've experienced in Japan. This is a real tragedy, of course, for the people of Japan, but really it's a wake-up call to the entire world and definitely to our country. We have more nuclear power plants operating in this country than any other country in the world. And it's important that we have confidence in the safety of those plants. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission, which is the agency with responsibility to ensure that these plants are safe, takes the position that they are safe and they're safely operating today, but they are also going to do a 90-day review to determine whether there are additional safety requirements that can be put in place that would even make them more safe. And so that's what our hearing was about. On Thursday, we had another hearing dealing with hydroelectric power, hydropower, and the opportunities to increase electricity generation in this country by use of hydropower. This is obviously a very attractive option in many parts of the country where there's a lot of water. It doesn't work for us in New Mexico, unfortunately, but it does work in the Northwest part of our country in particular, and really in a lot of the eastern part of our country as well, and the Midwest. We had good testimony on the additional opportunities that exist and the steps that the Department of Energy is taking to try to generate more power and encourage the generation of more power from hydroelectric sources. So those were the two main hearings. Of course, here the leadership in the Senate and in the House of Representatives continues to negotiate to try to get a resolution on the budget level to be put in place for the remainder of this fiscal year through the end of September. We are all hoping that final agreement is reached here in the next day or two, and if it can be, then we can get on to the longer term and next year's budget issues and appropriations for next year's budget. I think that's my fondest hope. I hope it occurs, and I hope that this time next week we can report some real progress on that. Again, thanks for watching.